How frustrating is it when you realize that your favorite item from Azure is out of stock?
I used to get so bummed when an item would show up as unlikely to ship, until I discovered a little trick that we're going to share with you today.
Today's quick tip was suggested by Kathy over at Vegan Prepper on our YouTube community page. Thank you, Kathy.
So we've recently taken a liking to one of the brands of eggs that Azure offers, simply because we've been trying to move more and more of our grocery shopping to once a month. When I order them from Azure, I can actually order the 30 dozen of eggs that our family eats in a month, something that's a little hard to do when shopping at the local store, but also because of the quality and price. So just this past month, the eggs were showing up as out of stock. This was so disappointing because I just did the math and I realized that even with the jump in price last month, the eggs that we buy from Azure will save us $80 a month. When I finalized our order, I left the eggs in the cart along with a number of other items that were showing up as unlikely to ship. And guess what? They showed up. And this is not something new. We've been Azure customers for over 10 years now, and I used to go through and adjust the items in my cart based on what was available. But a few years in, I started to realize that some of the items that I forgot to remove from the cart were actually shipping. So our Azure Standard Quick Tip number 3 is to keep out of stock items in your cart, because this is something that happens often, not just occasionally.
Azure is doing a great job at setting realistic expectations by sharing availability information along with expected restock dates, but they're not perfect. Maybe a shipment arrives early, or maybe there's an extra carton that gets missed in the inventory. Whatever it is, I know we have received dozens and dozens of items that we did not expect based on what the website said.
And if you're unsure of how to add out of stock items to your cart, as you're shopping and you notice something is out of stock, just click the Add to Cart button. An alternate items window will pop up. Scroll to the bottom of that pop-up and click on that discreetly hidden little link. And if you're working from your favorites list, it works the same way. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom because that's where they put the out of stock items on your favorites list. Find what you're looking for, click Add to Cart, and then click that little link at the bottom of the pop-up window.
However, we don't want you to feel like this is a guessing game you have to play with each shipment, not knowing what will show up with each order.
Azure does send you a shipping confirmation email once your order is loaded. This final invoice is what will tell you exactly what shipped and what didn't make it on the truck.
Your shipping time may vary, but this usually gives us a few extra days to come up with a plan B to getting those out of stock items we still need.
Our goal is not to give you unjustified hope here, but we also don't want you to miss out on an item that may have a much greater chance at showing up than you realize. I do still recommend checking different sizes or alternatives if it is an item that you absolutely need or want.
It's always ideal to have a backup plan in mind of where else you can obtain that item.
But an even better solution that we can offer you is to keep 2 to 3 to even more months of this item on hand in your supply so that these inventory fluctuations don't impact you.
That's good, yeah. Okay, we'll use that. Thanks for joining us on this Azure Standard Quick Tip. If you want to see more quick tips, check out the playlist right here. Welcome way. Back to the kitchen. Just in case you want to take your shopping elsewhere. Grrr, like one line. Ah, 2 takes.
That wasn't 2.
That's 3? That was really good.